Low back pain, I feel your pain. Today we are going to do a nice 15-minute or so gentle flow for low back pain. So let's begin on our backs in a nice comfortable reclining position. Take your time, get in there. Let's be nice and gentle with our bodies. Okay. Now, we're going to begin by bending our knees. And here you can either interlace the fingers gently, don't squeeze too hard. We're going to start with nice, gentle, soft, easy movements today. Or you can put your hands on your knees, whichever is more comfortable for you, as you feel the support of the mat on your back. We've got you. So we're going to slowly concentrate on our breathing here for just a few cycles. Nice big inhale through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth, just sighing it out so we can relax our shoulders onto the mat. Then we're going to slowly take our knees and we're going to go side to side, just a little bit of rocking movement, just gentle, so you're feeling the pelvis tops of the articulated pelvis bones on the mat. Then either putting the palms on the knees or wrapping your hands and interlacing your fingers, we're going to make little baby circles with our knees, just slowly rolling that psoas muscle, psoas, one way, nice, slow. Let's focus on our breathing. Again, breathing all the way in and letting it out. And once you're comfortable with that, let's go ahead and reverse our circle and go the other way. Breathing. And then slowly come to a stop, and we're going to bring our feet down to the mat. Breathing in and out. And we're going to rock our pelvis. We're going to tilt our pelvis back a little bit and then forward. So kind of like lifting a little bit in the hips, just minor movement here. We don't want a lot. It's almost as if we're starting to go into bridge pose. But here we're going to, as we inhale, maybe arch your back a little bit. As we exhale, bring that low spine and your pelvis back down to the mat. Inhale, exhale. Just do a few cycles of those. Your hands can be at the sides, at your sides, or on your belly, whatever's comfortable for you. So just listen to your body, what feels good, where you might need a little bit more attention today. And then we're going to slowly lift our knees up to our chest, bring our arms up overhead, breathing in and out, and then slowly bringing your arms down into cactus pose. And then feet flat on the earth. Feel a nice gentle stretch in your upper back, maybe in your pecs. Again, just taking our time and breathing here. Relaxing that low back down to the mat. It's got you supported. And then we're going to slowly bring our knees up to our chest. And here you have a choice. You can either cross your ankles, grab your feet, and then rock up into a seated position, or you can just simply slide over to the side and get up this way. So whichever your back's feeling more comfy, If you'd like, we can do some rocking and rolling. This is great, feels really good on a tight back. It's a great movement to do when you can take a break during the day. And as we come into seated pose, easy pose, Sakusana. Again, we're just going to take a few breaths here. You can rest your hands on your knees. Breathing in through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Just take a couple of cycle of breaths here. Just enjoying the nice fresh air. Grounding down through our sit bones. And then gently placing your hands on your knees, your palms on your knees. We're going to bring our chest forward a little bit and arch our back as if we were doing a cow pose, but in a seated position here. Cow pose is, again, arching the heart space or your chest forward, and your belly would be coming down like a cow. Your hip points would be tilted back or towards the ceiling if you were seated. And then we're going to inhale, as we exhale, so I round out the shoulders, bringing that shoulders forward, really opening up the trapezius, and then elongating that spine as we exhale. Let's do a couple of these, cat-cows. Inhale, heart forward, opening up the heart, the chest, the pecs. Maybe slowly taking your gaze upwards. And then as we exhale, round it out, really feeling the spine stretch, opening between the spaces of the vertebrae. Exhaling deep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Excellent. Now we're going to slowly make our way into a tabletop position. This is our neutral, where we put our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hip points. And we're going to just take maybe a couple of breaths here. If you'd like, you can do a couple of cat-cows. Really stretching the spine. With you opening all 10 fingers, spreading those fingers with the weight on the front palm of your hand. And be sure when you exhale, rounding the spine, you're bringing the tailbone down and you're using the tops of your feet for balance. Okay, and we're going to slowly bring our right foot up and back. And then we're going to gently bring it all the way forward into a nice little lunge here. And we can keep our back knee on the ground, but let's stretch it back a little bit. And then we're going to take this right foot heel toe out. So our palms are in the front and our right foot is slightly at an angle pointing towards the out corner of your mat. And we're going to open up those hip flexors, especially the left hip there. Feel the crease in the right side. Take some nice, slow, deep breaths here. And again, if you'd like, you can curl the toes under, pushing the heel towards the back of the mat and give it a nice little extra stretch here if your body is open to that. Or just keeping the knee bent and the foot down, stretching, opening the hip flexors. We're also stretching the psoas muscle and that wraps around the lower spine. So this is great for the hips, the low back, the psoas. And breathe. Nice, slow, gentle breaths here. And we're going to slowly walk the right foot back in, framing that foot and bringing that left knee in just a little. We're going to come into a runner's lunge, but not too deep. We're not doing any power stretching here. We're just going to gently lift that right foot up, drop the head down, and stretch. Nice, slow, even breaths. Feel a nice little stretch there. Okay, coming forward on that right foot again, we're going to swing that right leg back, coming back in the tabletop. Then we're going to switch and bring the left foot forward. Stretch out that back foot forward first, and then bring it forward. And again, heel toe that left foot out towards the left edge of your mat with maybe at a slight angle. Both hands are in front, and then stretching that right leg back with the foot flat on the floor, or again, you can give it a nice extra if you want a little bit more of a stretch this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Really feel that in your hips. If you're like me, you've had tight hips from sitting a lot. We're going to breathe here. Almost like a lizard pose. And just breathing into the nice stretch into your hips and your psoas. You can really do a lot of healing with slow, gentle movements. Sometimes it's just real subtle. It doesn't have to be a big stretch. It doesn't have to be a big movement to get some flexibility back into your muscles. Okay, and slowly walking that left foot back in and bringing your right knee in a little bit. We are going to just lean back into a nice little runner's lunge here. Let the head hang down. Breathe. Feeling that nice stretch in your hamstrings. You may have, and usually one side is different than the other. One side might be more tense. And that's when you want to take your time and just focus on your breathing and just give it a few minutes to release all that tension. Listen to your body, give it some TLC. And then slowly roll back up to that left foot. We're going to bring that foot back around. And then curling the toes under, however you'd like. We're going to come up, bring our hips up into a down dog position. Walk out your dog a little bit, stretching the muscles, warming up the calves or the hamstrings. And then slowly make your way to the front of your mat. Stay in a forward bend and be sure to keep the knees bent. Give yourself a nice gentle stretch this morning. You can always have blocks nearby or a blanket, props. These are great for bringing the earth up to you. Give it a nice stretch. You can still feel that in your hamstrings. But we want to be really nice to our back, our low back especially, giving a nice stretch. And just let the head hang down. You can grab opposite elbows here if you'd like. Put your hands on the earth. And again, taking some nice deep breaths. Feel the grounding through all four corners of your feet. This gives us balance and structure. All of these poses can help with your posture, which helps with not only minimizing the back pain, but also helping with the organs in the body and your digestive system. Okay, one more deep breath. And exhale, and we're going to slowly come down to all fours again, back to our tabletop position. And let's do another round of cat-cows with our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Spread those fingers wide and breathe. We're going to inhale and exhale, rounding it out. Inhale and exhale. Excellent. Now slowly bringing your hips back. Let's come into child's pose here. You can bring your hands out in front of you into extended child's pose, or bring them back beside your legs and normal. Resting your forehead on your mat, or you can certainly use a block, or if you'd like, you can put your hands up here and make a little fist and make a little pillow for to rest your head and your neck on if you can't reach the floor. But if you can, this is a great stretch for the spine. Try to bring that tailbone down and just breathe and think about the space between each of your vertebrae. As you relax, as you breathe out, let the shoulders drop. And slow, with control, come up very slowly, stacking one vertebrae over the other. Fixing our hair as we do so. And then we're going to slowly switch and come down to our sits bones, bring our feet and our legs out in front of us. And reclining back as we did in the beginning. Bring our knees up towards our sits bones. Go ahead and bring your knees up towards the heart again. But don't come as close this time. Let's not squeeze it all the way in. Let's just bring them up. Control. And then we're going to slowly bring them to one side. Gently. Letting them recline, your legs recline on the floor, stacking them. If you like, you can use one hand to maybe just gently bring the legs a little closer to the earth. Spread your arms out left to right. Breathing deep. Enjoying these few moments to yourself as we take care of your body and your mind. And then slowly, as we inhale, bring them back to center. Then we're going to slowly switch to the other side. Again, stacking them if you can. If you'd like, use your hand to give an extra support here for that low back. Nice gentle twist for the spine. Other arm out to the side. And your head looking out the opposite direction. And we're breathing nice and deep. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And slowly, with control, coming out of that twist. Bring the knees up first, straight. Shoulders up underneath you, and then slowly extending the right leg out, and then the left. Your arms can stay out at the sides, or you can bring them down a little bit. Maybe bring your shoulders underneath you. As we come into Shavasana, or resting pose. And just feel the weight of your body on the mat. Just breathing naturally now. Feel the weight of your heels and your feet on your mat. checking in with your body, feeling the weight of your calves, back of your legs, your thighs, hamstrings, and then noticing your butt, your sits bones on the mat, feeling grounded. As we breathe in, big fresh air, and slowly release it. Continuing our way, scanning our body, your ribs, your spine, all the way up to your shoulders, feeling the weight of your shoulder blades on the mat, letting them soak up into the earth. Then feel the weight of your arms, forearms, your elbow, your wrist, and your hands on the mat. Let's take these few minutes here. And then very slowly, with control, you can either stay in this meditative state if you'd like, or we're going to slowly roll onto one side, yogi's choice, right side or left. Maybe bring your arms up under your head, support your head a little bit. As we take a couple of cycles of breath here. After gently resting the body, we're going to slowly wake it up. Taking a deep breath and coming back up into easy pose. Shaking it all out. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I know how precious your time is, how valuable. Thank you for taking the time for yourself, for being here, for taking care of your back and your body and your mind. I hope to see you in future videos. Please comment below. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button to my channel. I really love seeing you here. I love comments. I'd love to know what other practices you'd like for me to do for you, for all of us, because you're not alone. We're all in this together. Please take care of yourself so you can help take care of others. And we close by bringing our hands together, palms together, up to the third eye, so that we can always think healthy thoughts. Down to the mouth, thank you, and always speaking pleasant thoughts. And back down to the heart for keeping an open heart, for caring and sharing. And with that, I say namaste.